All right, everyone. We're back here with Grandma Tanner, cooking with Grandma Tanner live on Thursdays at 3 o'clock. I forget about it. Grandma Tanner never does. Yells at me on our radio that it's time to go. So we'll let her take it off.
Well, today I'm going to make a no-crust peach pie because a lot of people do not like to make the crust. It is added calories. And so if you don't have time to go run and buy a crust or you don't have time to make one, you just use this recipe. So I'm going to talk about the peaches a little bit first. These are a Bel Air that we got. And to ripen them, you just throw a cloth over them in your kitchen, and they will give off ethylene gas, and it will ripen more evenly. So if you have a half a bushel, just put a cloth over them, and they just ripen so much better.
And you want to do that preferably in air-conditioned room?
Air-conditioned room, yes. And most people have air-conditioned kitchens. I'm going to put my little towel right here. Get this.
Oh yeah, your German.
Nice little towel. I'm all coordinated. And so this recipe calls for 3 cups of peaches. So I have already sliced them, peeled them and sliced them and measured them out. And then you put 1 cup of sugar in there. You can just put that sugar right on those peaches. You have to put them in a big bowl. And I kind of like to mix this up a little bit before, get all those peaches covered with that sugar. Now, blueberries are right in the same season as peaches, most generally. So I have a little 1/4 of a cup of blueberries here. And it just adds a little bit of color and a little bit of zip.
Can you add more if you want?
Yes. I actually could. I have some more back here.
So you just throw a handful in?
I'll just throw a handful in it. It makes it. Peach blueberry pie is wonderful. Then you put a whole cup of flour in here. Now this is probably what takes the place of that crust. So then you mix that up real good.
You're just not making the crust with the butter?
No, with an egg or butter or oil. I usually make one that you put it all right in the pan and stir it around.
So you're just stirring that to get them all coated?
Yep, this will get all coated. It's real important to get that all coated on there. And then it calls for 1 cup of milk.
Which is 8 ounces.
8 ounces, yep. So there you have. You keep stirring that around. Get that all coated. It's kind of slushy. And then my aunt, I don't know if I put that on there, but my aunt always told me she made the best pies. She said when you use flour, you always use a little salt. I don't have the salt shaker, but I have some little packets of salt here. It's real important. It just gives it a little zip. Another thing you could do is add a little lemon juice. So it gets pretty, keep stirring that until that flour and that sugar is all dissolved. Really easy recipe. And I think you could do this same recipe like with apples.
Would they have as much juice as the peaches?
Yeah. I don't know how much. There's a whole cup of milk in here, so I'm going to take this spatula so I be sure to get it all around the bottom.
Did you not have the oven on?
You know what? You have to push start. I always forget to push start. So okay. Well, we will talk about. So you just poured in this. First of all, I mean, I had this pie plate. It's one of my old Corningware, I think. Yeah, Corningware. And you grease that really good with margarine. So I have already done that. And then you pour this in there in that greased and then I always, no matter what kind of a pie you make, even with a crust, my boys went to college and they cooked for like 40 boys. And they came home one weekend and I was boiling potatoes and they said, Mom, you just put a little bit of butter in that and your potatoes will never boil over. And I thought, well, that sounds good. And that's probably why my mother always said put a couple little dots of butter on top of your pie, because my pies never boil over. So if you're making like noodles, any kind of pasta you're cooking, you just put a little bit of butter in there.
Butter or margarine.
Butter or margarine, and it works out great.
So we got asked if you can grease that pan, if you could use Pam or butter, or should you use margarine?
The recipe says margarine, and I'm not sure why. I would think that you could use Pam, or I've got one made over here, and we're gonna. I forgot my oven did not kick on right away, so I don't want to put this in. But this is the finished product, and it doesn't stick. See, it's all loose around there. So in the recipe it says if you have something like this, you can, if you're serving it warm right out of the oven, you can scoop it and put it in a bowl and put some ice cream or whipped cream on it. And easy recipe.
Yeah, so, that don't take long. So how long? So you put it in your pie pan.
You put it in your pie pan and you bake it at 375 for 1 hour.
Okay.
And that's what I did with this. And I had a few blueberries in there.
You put more than you want? More if you want? Or
I
less
think
if
you
could.
I don't know if I would use, unless you have a really deep dish pie plate. And I do have a deep dish. But I think you would need 4 cups of peaches and maybe half a cup of blueberries. And then bake it maybe a little bit longer.
Another person asked, how does it slice? So you want to cut a piece and let's see how it scoops out of the pan?
Sure.
You got your little pie server?
I will get that.
Well, it cuts nice.
It cuts real nice. Let me get a little plate. And this is cooled.
So there you go.
Just like that.
Comes out real nice. If it's cooled, if it's warm, scoop it out like a pudding or something, probably.
Yeah, just scoop it out. And
I'm gonna have to try a piece of that with ice cream this afternoon.
Oh yeah, that peach ice cream over there. Are we serving peach ice cream in the bakery?
Peach yogurt maybe.
Mmm.
So we have this weekend, we have our peach and pancake breakfast Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon. Hope everybody can come out and join us. The weather should be beautiful. A lot better than last weekend. Last weekend was 90 degrees. We were all sweating something fierce, but it should be good this week. Hope to see you. Anything else? Oh,
Our sweet corn is on sale right now.
you know what Saturday is?
Oh, my birthday.
It's Grandma Tanner's birthday, so we'll be celebrating Grandma Tanner's birthday Saturday right around 3 o'clock. How old are you going to be?
76.
76. We'll have cupcakes and cake. Sing her happy birthday, so we'll do that live on Saturday at 3.
I'll always remember how old I am because I'm 1 year older than the orchard.
There you go.
It's our 75th year this year. But our sweet corn is on sale 13 ears for $6. And then you get 13 free.
So buy one, get one. Buy one dozen, get one free. Mom and I just froze a bunch. Or Grandma Tanner and I just froze a bunch the other day. So, all right. Nancy
Oh,
wants
and that
to
little
see
corn.
corn. That little corn thing. They took it out there, didn't they?
No, we got it right here.
So we're selling this little product in the market. Grandma Tanner did not like it all that great.
Well, I'm used to cutting corn off with a knife.
But I used it and I loved it because I'm terrible with a knife on a corn.
It just cut that corn right off.
And you don't want to do a whole lot of rows at once.
Yeah, I only do like
three rows. I think was 3 or 4 rows, and man, that thing was slick.
It's got a real nice little serrated, sharp edge there.
You just pull it down there, and it cut it right off. So if you guys, we have them here at the market, but if you don't make it out to get one, I would look for those if you're going to do any kind of freezing corn or anything. We cut it off. We cut it off before we cook it, so it cut that corn right off. But all right, well, that's it for the day. I did show the recipe, but it is also on our Facebook page. I posted it right before we started, so don't forget, Saturday is our peach and pancake breakfast and Grandma Tanner's birthday. Thanks a lot, everyone.